Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Nippani, class number 20. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Saint Joseph? Saint Joseph, am I audible? Saint Joseph? Am I audible, Saint Joseph? Are you trying to speak? Saint Joseph, I think mic on illa something. You're not audible, Saint Joseph. Mute ಆಗಿದೆಯೋ ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ. No, you're not audible. No.
Now, Miss, we are audible.
Ah, yes, yes,
Good
yes.
morning,
Now
Miss.
you're audible. Yes, good morning, good morning. Okay, so Nippani, only two students. Where are the others? Are they coming?
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming. Okay. New PU Raibag? Am I audible? New PU College Raibag? Settle down quickly, students. Okay, fine. So we shall start with our today's session. I hope you remember that we were discussing the chapter chemical kinetics, alva. So in the previous session we discussed very
बाद में देखेंगे आफ्टर दिस क्लास.
there is some disturbance from, I don't know, maybe from Saint Joseph, I guess. I don't know. Illo disturbance ಇದೆ mic ಇಂದು. Okay. Yes, we had started with basic part of chemical kinetics, how to find out, I think, the order of a reaction, molecularity, and how to write the rate expression, and how do we find out rate of a reaction, right? We discussed few concepts based on that. So I have one question for you which is related to what we discussed in the previous session. Then in today's session, we'll start with that, the first order, zero order, the rate constant finding out question, the half-life finding out question, right? So we'll discuss all those kind of question in today's class. So we'll begin with this question. I hope you know this person.
Yes,
Who
sir.
doesn't know this person, right? Who is this?
Jay Malia.
Ajay Malia, right? Yes, everybody knows this person. Yeah. Uh, Fine. We'll begin with this question. Something related to the concept that we discussed in the previous. That is why I'm beginning with this. Options are accessible. Huh. Okay. Try answering this question. Relation between K1, K2, K3. So you're given cue cards. You can answer using cue cards also.
Option B, ma'am.
Option B. Ha. Anybody else? This is not a difficult one. Easy one, easy question. That's why I started the session with this one. Can you give me your cue card result? Anybody from New PU Raibag? Did you get the answer for this question? You're still trying? Saint Joseph, what do you think? You're not getting answer for this. Very, very, very easy question this is. Look,
Option
we
A.
have tried to option A. Okay, New Pure Raibag. So I think from Nippane I got option B. Let's see which is correct now. So they have given this kind of relation and we have this equation. What do we do in the first case? We'll write that rate expression for this equation. How do we write that? Minus 1 by 2 d into O5 by dt is equal to plus 1 by 4 d NO2 is equal to dO2 by dt. I expect you to remember this. In the previous session we discussed all about this only, right? So this is how we write the rate expression for the given reaction. Now in the question itself, the data which they have given, d into O5 by dt minus this entire thing, it is nothing but they have taken it as K1 into O5. I can replace this by K1 into O5 is equal to 1 by 4 dNO2 by dt. This entire thing they have taken it as K2 into O5 and dO2 by dt they have taken it as K3 into O5. Right? Now all these are same. I will cancel it out. Okay? I mean you can divide this by into O5, you will get the same thing. ಇವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ v, this minus goes, right? Because this minus d into O5 by dt, this itself is into O5, minus iralla amele. Now we have 1 by 2 K1, 1 by 4 K2 is equal to K3. So what can I do when I have this kind of fraction? I can do one thing. You can multiply this entire thing by the largest denominator. Multiply by 4. When you multiply this by 4 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 4 by 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು 2k1 4 by 4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು just k2 is equal to 4k3, right? 4k3. So you multiply this equation that you have got by the largest denominator, so you will get this equation. Where do we have this? Option B. Option B. Okay, so the rate law ಏನದೆ, if you have that idea, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಿಮಗೆ just twist ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. No new thing. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ನೀವು ರಿಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀರಾ, how do you write the rate law? They just want to know that in this question. So option B is the correct one. Okay, next. Yes, can you try this? So we discussed similar kind of question in previous class also. How is rate affected by change in the concentrations? can eliminate two options easily, I'm telling you, from the question itself. And then you can answer. You can eliminate two options. Huh. Polls are active. You can answer using your cue cards, everybody. Option A. I'm getting very few poll result, but and you're taking lot of time for this question.
Option C.
Option C. Okay. Rate law they're asking. No, this is not very difficult. Look, the last statement when you read, last statement, doubling the concentration of B, it has no effect on the rate. Whatever you do with the concentration of B, it doesn't affect the rate, means rate is independent of the concentration of B. So you will not write this B power 0 ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀರಾ, 0 order with respect to B. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ 1. So this B term, concentration of B term, it will not exist in your rate law when the concentration of B has no effect. Okay, B concentration, if it is not affecting the rate, you will not include that in a rate law. So in B and D option, they have included this in a rate law. They have given some power, alva. So that is why this is completely not possible. Now obviously it has to be either A or C. Now we'll do one thing. We'll take any one. From that only we will get our answer. We'll take this first statement. Tripling the concentration of A2 triples the rate. Now for example, let me take the rate 1, or simple ag bariyana R1 anta. Let me take this as R1. R1 is equal to K into A2 to the power X. I don't know the order of this A2. Okay, so now they have given, if I triple the concentration of A2, if I take this as 3A2, if I take this as 3A2, the rate also triples. ಅಲ್ವಾ, ರೇಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟ್ರಿಪಲ್ಸ್. ಹೇಗಂತ ಬರೆಯೋದು ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ರೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್, when I take the concentration as 3A2, I will consider that next rate as R2. Now what they are saying in the question, when I triple the concentration of A2, the rate also gets tripled. That means R2 is equal to 3R1. Alva, the rate in the second case, it triples the rate of first. It is 3 times the rate of first time. So I will include this thing over here. I will substitute this thing over here. Avag enagatte 3R1 is equal to K into 3A2 to the power X. ಈಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? 3R1 is equal to, how can I write this as 3 power X into A2 power X? I will take it as like that. 3 power X K into A2 power X. Now this K into A2 power X, it is nothing but what? It is nothing but R1. Alva, avag enagatte 3R1 is equal to 3 power X into R1. So now I can cancel out this R1 R1. Avag nanige ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? I will get 3 power 1 is equal to 3 power X.
It is not visible.
Now base is same, then idenagatte X will be equal to 1. X will be equal to 1. Now, what do we understand by this? When x is equal to 1.
Excuse me,
X is equal to 1 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ yes?
ma'am. That side corner we can't see.
This, ಇದು ಕಾಣ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಇದು ಕಾಣ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಕಾಣ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ?
Ma'am, now we can see.
Now visible, ah? Ha, okay, fine. Yes. So now this x value we got as 1. I will put this value over here. ಅವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? k is equal to k into a2 power 1. That means the rate is first order with respect to A2. A2 concentration to the power 1 I should get according to this statement. Where do I have that? In option C. You don't have to look for the C concentration. They have given about C also. C doubles as the rate doubles also they have given. You can recheck. But why do we have to waste time on that? We already got to know that B has no effect. B should not be included in the rate equation, and also we found out what happens to the A2. A2 will be raised to the power 1. We got our answer, that is option C. Ondan find out madre easy. Idu nimige gottadre the thing will be, the process will be very quick. Okay? So A2 to the power 1, so it has to be option C. So remember, ee tara questions are very common in chemical kinetics. Always our first order, second order adu kodtare ankonbedi. Idu tumba common irutte, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. C is correct. Yes. This simple question, can you answer?
Option A, ma'am.
Option A. Okay. Rate constant of a reaction.
C.
C.
C, miss.
This should be imprinted on your mind, you know. You shouldn't be thinking about this. Rate constant of any kind of reaction you take, any kind of reaction, it is not dependent on the concentration or extent or anything. Okay, it is only dependent on the temperature. Remember that if the temperature changes, the rate constant changes. It is something similar to the equilibrium constant that you studied in previous year alva. Ali Chatelius principle adu idu kaltidri alva. That constant, it doesn't change with the concentration or anything. It changes with the temperature. Remember this fact. Okay, option A is correct. This question, a previous year question.
Option B, ma'am. Second option.
Okay,
B, miss.
second one. So these are simple question. I need your poll result. How many of you are present over here? I'm getting hardly some 10 to 12. How come everybody start answering? Nipani, Raibak, Josephs? Yes. So they're asking us the incorrect statement, right? Molecularity is only applicable for elementary reaction. Elementary means the one which takes in a single step. There only you can say molecularity. Complex reaction li ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. So that is correct. Here the rate law for any reaction cannot be determined experimentally. It is wrong. It is actually determined by experimentally. It is wrong statement alva. So rate law experimentally ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ. Order ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳೋದು ಹೇಗೆ? Experiment ಇಂದ. Right? So this is a wrong statement. Option B is the answer. Okay. Next, which one shall I take? Can you answer this? This is a classic example. I expect everybody to answer this correctly.
C. C.
That was quick. Others?
C, ma'am.
Okay. Poles are active, huh? See, yes, very good. It is pseudo unimolecular reaction. ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸೂಡೋ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ನೀವು ತಗೊಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಅದರುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೇನ್ ಶುಗರ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ನವ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ decomposition process first order kinetics. You know the formula for first order kinetics, the rate
Option C.
constant formula. Option C.
Option B, ma'am.
B na.
Option seems
Option C. Okay. Any other answer? No? So you're going with option C. Fine. Let us start this. So this is how you write R naught by R anything, right? Initial by final concentration. This is how you write, alva. Now, if the concentration is reduced to 1 by 8 of its initial value in 24 minutes, that means this T is 24, correct. Let us say the initial concentration is A naught, right? Now the concentration is reduced to 1 by 8 of its initial value means they are telling us about A. A
1 by
1
A
by
naught.
8 of A naught. 1 by 8 of initial value. 1 by 8 of A naught. ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು A naught gets cancelled. ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 2.303 by 24 log of 8 minute inverse because we have taken it in minutes. ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ. Option D is correct. 1 by 8 of A naught you have to take. ಈ kinetics ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ ಇರೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. How do you take this A? That is the question. Okay. So option D is the correct statement. Correct answer. Log 8. Next. Huh. Can you answer this? Very, very easy question, I would say. Overall order of the reaction they're asking.
Option B.
Option B 3. Okay. Any other answer? Why very few Q card result? You're taking time. I'm telling you, this is not too difficult. Clear concept if you apply. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ here they have given a reaction, they have given us rate which is this one, This is rate, okay? And they have given the concentration and rate constant they have given, that is this. Now how do you write the rate expression? Concentrate rate is equal to K into concentration of A into B. If you have taken it as A into B square, then you are wrong. You cannot predict the order directly by looking at the reaction. It is not a theoretical part. We know order is experimentally determined. So I don't know the order. I don't know the exact power to which this concentration of A and B are raised. I don't know that. Okay, I will take it as X and Y. Aita? Now, rate value they have given 6 into 10 power minus 4. Constant value they have given, and concentration of A, B both are 0.3. We'll take that. Right. Now, ಇದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇದನ್ನ? 2 ones are 2 threes are, right? You take this over here, denominator, you cancel it out. 2 ones are 2 threes are. What do we get? What do we get? 3 into 10 power minus 4. ಇದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಬನ್ನಿ, ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 10 power minus 3 is equal to, look here, the base is same, that is 0.3. I can add the power x plus y, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, here what do we have? 3 into 10 power minus 4 ಇದೆ. I'll take this 10 power minus 3 to the numerator. Minus 3 will become what? Plus 3, right? So 10 power minus 4 into 10 power plus 3 is equal to 0.3 to the power of x plus y. Next, here ಇದೇನಾಯಿತು? 3 into 10 power minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1 is equal to 0.3 to the power x plus y. 3 into 10 power minus 1, how can I write this? Can I write this as 0.3?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct, alva? 0.3 to the
Mm.
power 1 is equal to 0.3 to the power x plus y. Now the base are same, then I can equate this x plus y to 1. What are we getting?
Order.
X plus y is equal to 1.
Options.
Alva? What do you mean by order? It is the sum of the power of the concentration terms. Alva? That is nothing but order. When I take this sum x plus y, what am I getting? I am getting 1. That means the overall order of the reaction ಏನಾಯಿತು? 1. Okay, very simple. This is how you do it. Now the only common mistake that some students do is they directly take this to the power 2 from the reaction. That is what they want to do. They try to confuse you by giving the reaction. Don't get confused, okay? Directly you cannot take it as 2. Remember that. So option C is correct. Next, this one.
Option B.
Option B, okay. Any different answer?
D.
D na? Q card result yak bartilla? This was a very good question. How you understand this? So what they have given? They have given the rate expression. First we shall write. I'll take this one which they have given as R1 K into B. Now they're saying if the volume occupied by the reacting gases is suddenly reduced to half the original volume, that means they're reducing the volume of this reactants by half. So one thing you should know, this term or this uh, expression or a relation. If if volume is reduced, reduced concentration is increased. Volume and concentration, they are inversely proportional. If volume is reduced by half, concentration is doubled. It is doubled. This concept you should remember always, okay? The concentration, ನೀವು molarity ತಗೊಂತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, molarity moles per volume, you're not changing the moles, remember, you're just changing the volume. The moles are kept constant. What happens to the overall concentration? Overall concentration, it gets doubled, okay? They are reducing each reacting gases volume by half. That means each reactant concentration gets doubled. Now what can I write the rate expression as? K into 2A 2B. The concentration of each reactant gets doubled because the volume of each of this is reduced to half. Aita? Now what can I do? I will rearrange this expression. R2 is equal to 2 into 2 ಏನಾಯ್ತು 4. 4 into KAB. Alva? R2 is equal to 4 into this KAB, it is nothing but what? R1. Alva? R2 is equal to 4R1. So it is multiplied by 4. So option D. Option D. ಆಯ್ತಾ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನೆನಪಿರಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ. I have one more question related to this. We'll discuss that later. So remember this. Previous year allu they have asked this kind of question. Can you try this? Which of the following inferences can be drawn? They have given it the data. How
You
do
can
you
see,
do
ma'am.
this? C, na 2 and 3 only. So you have to find out in correct ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, which is the correct one over there. So if you find out whether this is correct, you'll be able to find out about the others. First you have to do this, whether this is correct rate expression or not. So if you observe this rate expression, R is equal to ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ. So according to this rate expression, so the reaction is first order with respect to A, first order with respect to A, and it is also first order with respect to B. ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೂ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್, ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೂ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? If a reaction is first order with respect to some reacting molecule, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಇದರ concentration of A, if it doubles, the rate should also gets doubled. Okay, if it is first order, remember that if concentration of A doubles, rate should also get doubled. So we just have to check that if that is happening or not. How do we check that? We check that using the data which is given. Now we'll check these two. Okay, 1 and 2 data ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. In 1 and 2 they have kept B ka concentration constant, right? They are changing the concentration of A. Earlier it was 1, now it is 2. What are they doing? They are doubling the concentration of A. What is happening to the rate when they are doubling the concentration of A? The rate which was earlier 2, now it has increased by 2. Alva? Ivaga enaytu 4. That means doubling the concentration of A doubles the rate also. Then rate is first order with respect to A. It is first order. We got to know. So A power 1 irbeku, correct. Now let us also check B jotegu if it is first order or not. Observe this 2 and 3. 2 and 3 really they have kept A constant. If we want to check for one thing, we have to keep the other constant. Okay, in this case they have kept A constant. They are doubling the concentration of B. Nodi 2 in the 4 ತಗೊಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. What is happening to the rate? Rate is also getting doubled. Alva 4 iradu 8 ಆಯ್ತು. So that means with respect to B also the rate is first. It is first order. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ the expression which they have given, this is correct. This is correct. 2 is correct. Now we'll check whether the others are correct or not. What about third? Rate of reaction increases 4 times on doubling the concentration of both the reactant. This is our rate. Let me take this as R1. Aita. Now I will take the second rate. In this case, I have doubled the concentration of both. That means A becomes 2A and B becomes 2B. Alva? ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, R2 is equal to 2 into 2, 4. 4 into KAB. And this KAB, it is nothing but what? R1. So what is happening? When I double the concentration of both A and B, I see that rate gets quadrupled. It increases by 4 times. So the statement third, it is also correct. 2 and 3 correct there, but we still have one option where 1 is also correct they have given. Let us check whether 1 is correct or not. I'll erase this part. So here, to check the rate constant, we know this rate expression. This is our correct rate expression. Alva? We will take one of the data. Okay, any one of the data you can take, you will get the same answer. I have taken the first data. According to first data, the rate is 2 into 10 power minus 4. Rate R1 is 2 into 10 power minus 4. Rate constant, I don't know. I'll keep it as K. Concentration of A is taken as 10 power minus 2. 1 into 10 power minus 2. And B is 2 into 10 power minus 2. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, 2 into 10 power minus 4 is equal to K. ಇದೇನಾಯಿತು, 2 into 10 power minus 4 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ 2 into 10 power minus 4 ಏನಾಯಿತು, 2 into 10 power minus 4, 10 power minus 4 gets cancelled. What is the value of K? 1. we should get the rate constant value as 1. But what they have given 1 into 10 power minus 4, which is wrong. Which is wrong. So that is why only second and third statement they are correct. Option C is correct. One of you have answered. Very good, very good. Okay, this is how you interpret the data and how do you analyze. ಈ ರೀತಿ analyze ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಆಯ್ತಾ. This kind of question can be asked in chemical kinetics, remember. So option C is correct. Yes. What
Option A,
percentage
ma'am.
will be left over after option A? Okay. So half-life period of a first order reaction they have given. They are saying it is 60 minutes. Now first order reaction when you write, you take it like this, alva. If it is half-life, the time I will take it as T half log of A naught by, look, A naught by A you take. What is A? A is the amount that is it is reduced to. ಇವಾಗ ಎ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ಹಾಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಏನಿದೆ ದಿ ಇವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ A naught, right? Earlier it was A naught. After 50% completion, it is half of A naught. A naught gets cancelled, and T half, this half-life time period they have given it as
60.
60 minutes. So K is equal to 2.303 divided by 60 log of, ಈ 1/2 ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ you will get log of 2. So we'll keep this one side. Now they're asking us what happens with 240 minutes. ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. Again we will use the same expression. 240 ಇದೇ time is 240 now. Log of A naught by A. They're asking what percentage will be left over after 240 minutes. That means we have to find out this A actually. Okay, we have to find out this A. So I will take this like this only. The K value we already know from here, that is this one. We'll substitute that. K value ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ 2.303 by 60 log 2, and I will take this term over here, that is 240 divided by 2.303 is equal to log of A naught by A. Okay, I have taken the expression for log of A naught by A. I have taken this entire term over here. I got this. Now what can we do over here? 2.303, 2.303 we can cancel. 60 ones are 60 fours are. Alva? ಇವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? We have log A naught by A is equal to 4 into log 2. ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸೊ ಎ ಇಂಟು ಲಾಗ್ ಎನ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನಂತ ಬರೀತೀರಾ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಲಾಗ್ ಆಫ್ 2 ಪವರ್ 4 ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸೊ ಇದೇನಾಯಿತು ಲಾಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ನಾಟ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಲಾಗ್ ಆಫ್ 2 ಪವರ್ 4 ಸೊ ಈ ಲಾಗ್ ಇದೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ನಾಟ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 2 ಪವರ್ 4 ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ 2 ಪವರ್ 4 16 ಅಲ್ವಾ so you are getting A naught by A as 16. Now they're asking us in the percentage, okay, very easy now when it is percentage. So percentage keltidare initially the A naught, the initial amount if it is 100, I will take it as 100. how much out of 100 is remaining now? What percentage will be left over now? That means A ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ. So I will take A naught as 100. A naught I will take it as 100. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? This is 100 by A is equal to 16. A is equal to 100 by 16. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 100 by 16 ಮಾಡಿ? 16 6 96 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಇದೇನಾಗತ್ತೆ? 14 16
6.25.
6.2.
2 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹಾಂ
0.25.
32. ಎಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? 6.25. 6.25. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ತುಂಬ ಮೊದಲೇ ನೀವು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. So we can discuss one simple question if we have. Mm. This not. Can you answer this? Rate of a reaction between time interval 30 to 60. They have given the time interval alva. How do you do this? Not a difficult thing. ರೇಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? 30 to 60. 30 to 60 ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? 30 to 60 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 30 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇನ್ 30 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? 0.31 ಮತ್ತು 0.17. ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತದು? 0.14 divided by 30 ಅಲ್ವಾ? This is nothing but 14 into 10 power minus 2 divided by 3 into, I will take it as 10 power 1. 13 I will take it as 3 into
Option
10
D.
power 1. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 14 by 3 into 10 power minus 3. 14 by 3 ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Actually you can also answer it very directly. Here they have given it is in mole per liter, right? Mole per liter you have taken, by second you have taken, right? By second. So the unit should be mole per liter per second. Alva? So yes, you will get, do 3 by 14. 14 by 3 ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 4.67 into 10 power minus 3. Option B is correct. Good. Option B is correct. One last question. Value of rate constant of pseudo first order reaction. You should not take time to answer this.
C. A. Option D.
Is
Option A.
Option A, just now we discussed in one of the question, the rate constant value, it doesn't change for any reaction you take. It changes only with the temperature. Option A. Okay.
D is also correct.
ಏನಂತ ಇದೆ?
D is also correct.
It is independent. D is also correct, but ನೀವು ಯಾಕೆ, why should you go with A? Because it is emphasizing on this concept that it depends only on temperature. Yeah, ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ you can say D is also correct, it is independent of the concentration. You can also say it is independent of so many other things also, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ತುಂಬ ಆ್ಯಪ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಲೆ ಈ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್. Yes, others. ಇದು ಹೇಳಿ, this one. It would be zero order when Very easy. Zero order reaction. What do we tell zero order reaction? How do we define it? Our definition, you have here statements.
See,
Hmm. Very good. How do you define a zero order reaction? It is independent of the concentration of reactants, alva. The reaction which is independent of the concentration of reactants. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, the rate of a reaction, in one of the question we saw, alva, B has no effect on the rate. I took B to the power 0. I took it as zero order. Alva, zero order anta andre, the rate of a reaction doesn't change with whatever you do with the reactant's concentration. That is what it is saying. Option C is correct. Rate of reaction remains same at any concentration of X and W, which are reactants. Okay, option C is the correct. Fine. So we'll discuss few other questions of this concept in the tomorrow's class. Also, we'll start with the last part, collision theory, in the tomorrow's class. Okay, we'll wind up this session at this point. Thank you, students. Bye bye.